judge and the prosecutor and the lawyer, and that day we received the email from the victim.
Oh, that's a lie.
Stop.
That's a fucking lie.
Hey.
Oh, no, we're not gonna say that here. Both privileges are hereby ordered revoked.
Okay.
Defendant's bond is set at no bond. Mr. Taylor. Whenever they want to bring that up, we'll deal with, he's gone again.
Good morning again, Your Honor. Andrew Meyer on behalf of Joseph Taylor. Mr. Taylor, could you state your name for the record?
Joseph Taylor.
Thank you. Your Honor, this is time and date set for probable cause conference. This time we're asking the court to set this for the next available preliminary exam date.
Discovery is complete.
To my knowledge.
People had their witnesses available the second.
Yes, Chairman.
Preliminary examination will be set July 2nd, 2024, 9 a.m. That is in person before Judge Washington.
I wanted to address bond for his.
Yes, go ahead.
He has been contacting the victim. In this case, and we also asked you to report his jail phone call privileges. He's made he's called her 195 times.
What?
Yes, and
Did you say 195?
yes.
Oh.
And even one of the calls, he said, email the judge and the prosecutor and the lawyer, and that day we received the email from the victim.
Oh, that's a lie.
Stop.
That's a fucking lie.
Hey.
Oh, no, we're not gonna say that here. Both privileges are hereby ordered revoked.
Okay.
Defendant's bond is set at no bond.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay, he's now in contempt. That's 93. Anything else?
I think at this time, Your Honor.
Court does call the case, People versus Christopher Landon.
On behalf of Mr. Landon, who I believe is present today.
He's not here.
No, Your Honor. We have been trying to get in contact with him to no avail, so we would be asking for an adjournment to be able to do so.
Bench warrants will issue for the defendant's failure to appear. Did these occur in any particular order? I'm just worried because I'm just trying to figure out if this is escalating behavior and then I don't have him here.
That was the people's concern, Your Honor. I had requested the $25,000 cash surety bond on this because it started at 5/24 was the first incident, and then there was another on 6/4, and then there was another on 6/6.
Got it.
Essentially occurring all over the city of Ann Arbor.
Bench warrants will issue for the defendant's failure to appear. In case ending in 5130, bond will be set in the amount of $25,000 cash surety. That warrant will issue immediately. And in the other matter, case 5131, bond is set in the amount of $50,000 cash surety. That warrant will also issue immediately.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Cross case, People versus James Lawrence.
Kenneth Overwater, Assistant Public Defender, on behalf of Mr. Lawrence, who's approaching. Mr. Lawrence, could you state your name for the record, please?
James Lawrence. How come nobody has like whole pants on it? Sick. Go ahead.
Your Honor, I'd ask to adjourn the probable cause conference. It is our understanding that the federal authorities are taking over this matter. They just need to make contact with the state prosecutor and make those arrangements.
All right. How much time are we looking at for that to occur?
His next appearance in federal court is the 24th. I don't know how long that process would take.
24th
of this month. So he'll be there in a couple of days.
July 1st. 24th and July 1st.
He also goes July 1st. I'd ask for a date in July, Judge, something that's convenient for the court.
All right. Well, why don't they do July 18th? See where we are on it.
Thank you, Judge.
July 18th, 2024, 9 a.m. Bond continued. How's the case, People versus Elroy Love?
Yes, the Lynch here on behalf of People.
Good afternoon, Judge Janelle Kimmut appearing with Mr. Love is also present by Zoom. Mr. Love, please unmute, state your name for the record.
Elroy Love.
Do you have a camera, sir?
Yeah, I just don't know how to use it. How do I?
It's at the bottom of your screen. You touch the screen once, you'll see the camera icon.
Okay, hold on. 1 second.
Are you on an iPhone, Mr. Love?
Camera, nuclear physics, same idea.
Oh, he's signed in on another device.
He's on another device. Where's, oh, there he is, I think. Mr. Love,
Yeah,
there you are. Okay, we've got you now. All right, what are we doing?
Judge, we'd just like to set this for a preliminary.
All right. All discovery is complete.
I believe so.
All right. And will the people have their witnesses available the second?
I will try my best to.
Preliminary examination will be set in person, July 2nd,
Judge,
2020. Pardon?
I actually have a scheduling conflict with the second. I have to be in circuit court at 9 a.m. before Judge O'Brien that day.
So you'd rather be there than with us?
Well, I'd rather be over here all the time, but it's not.
She's good. All right. Will the 9th work for the parties?
Yes, Judge.
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
All right. July 9th,
Thank you so much.
2024, 9 a.m. That is before Judge Burke.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But great to
Bond with its conditions will continue.
thank you. Thank you, Mr. Love.
On behalf of Your Honor.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. For the record, Tim Davolsky appearing on behalf of the defendant, who is
Other side. Your name?
Toki Akinwumi.
All right, what are we doing?
Your Honor, we have reached the resolution of this case. I believe you have a plea agreement in front of you.
I do. The plea agreement. Going to plead no contest to the charge of embezzlement, 200 to 1,000, the 1-year offense.
That
Upon a successful plea to that charge, count 1 would be dismissed. And it is further agreed, okay to seek a prosecutor's defer.
that is correct, Your Honor. That's the whole plea agreement. Excuse me. I have advised my client that a no contest plea is tantamount to a guilty plea. And the reason we're pleading no contest, potential civil liability.
All right, has she signed an advice of rights form?
Yes.
Okay, have her sworn.
raise your right hand. You solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. State your name.
Toki Akinwumi.
All right, ma'am, it is this court's understanding that you're going to plead no contest to the charge of embezzlement, 200 to 1,000. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 1 year incarceration, a $2,000 fine plus court costs. The fine could be increased 3 times the value of the property embezzled or otherwise taken. If that's greater than $2,000, that becomes the maximum fine. You understand that?
Yes.
Yes, all right. Do you understand what a no contest plea is? All right, 2 things about it I have to make sure that you understand. The first thing is it means that you're not further desirous or wanting to contest this charge. You understand that? Second thing you need to understand is that for purposes of sentencing, the court will treat you the same as though you had pled guilty. You understand that?
Yes.
All right. You also understand, ma'am, that while I'm taking your plea, I would not be your sentencing judge. And that you would be sentenced before Judge Washington in the 14B District Court. You understand that? All right. Understanding all of that, do you still wish to plead no contest? And to that charge, how do you plead?
No.
No contest.
No contest. All right. Now you understand that by pleading no contest, you will not have a trial of any kind.
Yes.
You signed an advice of rights form today, is that correct? Any question regarding any of those rights? Please look at paragraph 5 on that form. You'll see a copy on the podium. Underneath, counsel. It's on the podium, on the front part of it. There it is. Look at paragraph 5, that's highlighted. Those are your rights which are part of a trial. You understand that by pleading no contest, you're giving up those rights as well as all the rights that are contained on that form.
Yes.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
Yeah.
Are you on probation or parole? Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead no contest? Has anybody threatened you or coerced you in any way?
No.
You're doing this voluntarily
Yes.
and of your own free will?
Yeah.
All right. Court has been provided and has reviewed Washington County Sheriff's Office report for their case number 1998668. Any objection to the court having reviewed that report?
None, Your Honor.
Based upon a review of that report, the court does find that there's a sufficient factual basis in which the court could determine the defendant's guilt of this offense. Counsel, have I complied with the court?
You have, Your Honor.
Court will accept the defendant's plea of no contest to count 2. Count 1 is dismissed. Pre-sentence investigation and report is ordered at 14B probation. Sentencing in this matter will be
July 25th at 10 a.m. before Judge Washington.
July 25th, 2024, 10 a.m. before Judge Washington.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Bond will continue. Thank you. Case, People versus Kareem Washington.
Joy Gaines, Senior Assistant Public Defender, with and on behalf of Mr. Washington.
Your name?
Kareem Washington.
Thank you.
Your Honor, at this time, we would request an adjournment. We are continuing negotiations.
Cause conference during July 11th, 2024, 9 a.m. Bond continued.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Court does call the case, People versus Quavion Wells.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Joy Gaines, Senior Assistant Public Defender, representing Mr. Wells.
Your Honor, Quavion Wills.
Thank you.
Your Honor, we are requesting an adjournment. The number we had in the file was for Mr. Wells' mom, so we were able to get him to court today, but we were unable to speak to him. May we have a new date for
Got it.
PC, please?
That objection, July 11th, 2024, 9 a.m. as your invite indicated. Bond continued. Thank you.
Thank you.
Court does call the case of the People versus Myron Williams.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Andrew Meyer on behalf of Myron Williams. Williams, once you get to the podium, could you state your name? Myron Williams. Thank you. Yeah, Your Honor, this is the date and time set for a probable cause
A
conference.
lot of purple.
I think it's a great looking outfit.
This is a lot of purple.
He's got the socks even match your.
I know. I saw that. It's like I walked into a Vikings game. No, I didn't even like the Vikings, but that's okay. Anyway, nobody really.
Prince might have.
What? Okay, I guess we all have to be now. All right.
Your Honor, this is the time and date set for a probable cause conference. Mr. Williams and I are discussing a potential referral to the 34th District treatment court program they have there. He's a resident of Inkster, so that's probably going to make the most sense. I think a 4-week adjournment should allow me to get that done if we can qualify for it, if the court's willing to entertain that.
All right. No objection. I'm gonna do this July 25th. 2024, 9 a.m. Where's your invite indicates?
Your Honor, may I make hopefully a very brief request with respect to Mr. Williams's bond? He's seeking,
He wants me to lock up the Vikings. Fan.
yes.
No, no. What?
It is a tiger.
Yeah, no. All right.
He is asking to travel out of state during the holiday.
Got you, Minnesota.
No,
No,
Illinois.
no. Okay, where?
Illinois.
Closer.
July 3rd to July 7th to visit his father.
July
3rd, and he'll be returning to Michigan on the 7th. He's testing on the sober link. He's had no issues with that, so he can take it with him.
just to Illinois. That's where you're heading.
Yes.
You said 3rd to the 7th.
Correct, Your Honor.
So you'll be back in the state on the 7th?
Yes.
Is that? Defendant is permitted to travel to the state of Illinois, July 3rd through July 7th inclusive. Great, you're on.
At the end of July, I'll be in touch with you.
All right, thank you, sir. And that's it till my 3 o'clock. Wow. It's taken all day. All right. What? Oh, you thought you had some? And Blanche was like, what? I'm supposed to be out of here. That's right.
Cause enough problems. I haven't been here in a while.
I know. All right, we're good. I think that's it. I don't think the PD's on this one this afternoon either. All right, we'll just deal with that at 3. Everybody have a great evening. Stay cool, please. Court stands in recess. House case, People versus Davon Haywood.
Kenneth Overwatch, just defendant on behalf of Mr. Haywood.
Your name, sir?
Good morning, Your Honor. Devon Haywood.
Thank you.
Your Honor, I would ask set this matter for preliminary examination. Defense would also ask to address bond.
All discovery is complete.
My knowledge.
People have their witnesses available the second.
Yes.
Preliminary examination in person, July 2nd, 2024, 9 a.m. before Judge Perry as to bond.
Yeah, my client's employed. He works at Graco QED. It's a gas distribution company. He's been there over a year. He's a calibration technician. The complaining witness, and he formerly resided in the same area. He no longer lives there. He broke his lease in order to get away from this person. He will be residing at 406 Green Lawn in Ypsilanti with his father. He does currently have a romantic partner, a girlfriend with a baby on the way. He also has a 6 and a 5-year-old. Excuse me, I apologize. He has a 2-month-old with her. He has a 6 and a 5-year-old boy that live with his mother, but he does have weekly parenting time, and he is missing at this is.
You want to do this, or do you want me to do it? Thank you.
Please, I'll do that.
He will have no contact with the complaining witness. He denies these allegations, Your Honor. The bond that is set is extraordinarily high, and he cannot afford that. We'd be asking the court to reduce this. He would comply with whatever conditions the court imposes. I have nothing further to add.
Respond.
Judge, he was charged with AWIM, unarmed robbery, assault GBH by strangulation, FTD, and DB. In this case, was extremely concerning. I was there for the arraignment for the high bond that was set. We actually asked for $1 million. They gave up $500,000 bond. He strangled her so hard and actually put his thumb and dug it into her trachea, saying, "You're going to die tonight. That's the spot." She had bite marks on her arms. I mean, this was a really bad domestic violence situation. Grant CDP found the same.
Judge, these are merely allegations. My client denies these. I would ask the court to consider a bond reduction.
So the exam is coming up on the second, given the nature of the allegations in this case. And what the court sees in the court file, motion for bond reduction is denied. Bond will continue. Let's call the case of the people versus Colin Vandermute.
Andrew Schultz, appearing on behalf of the people.
Yes, this is on behalf of Mr. Vandermeer, appearing via Zoom.
Sir, state your name.
Colin Alexander Vandermeer, January 2000 birthday.
Pardon? Is CME caseworkers on? All right. Are you Mr. Vandermeer?
Yes.
Thank you. All right. What are we doing?
Your Honor, we're currently waiting on getting a competency evaluation for Mr. Vandermeer.
Just set for competency today? Yeah.
Well, we've been in contact with the forensic center, and the person who's in charge of scheduling was not available, so we're waiting for them to contact Mr. Vandermeer and hopefully set up an evaluation. We'll be asking for an adjournment.
I know what happened. Okay. I signed orders and then we adjourned for technical difficulties, but it got set for a probable cause and it shouldn't have been set for that. It should be set for a competency hearing. So what I'll do is I'll adjourn this out 30 days at least, and then if we get a report, then we'll move it up. So why don't we, I'm going to set it for August 1st. 2024, 9 a.m. Bond will continue. Court calls the case, People versus Ahmad Williams.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Marcia Kreitzer on behalf of Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams, can you please state your name?
Ahmad Williams. Thank you.
Your Honor, I've spoken with Ms. Barroso. We'd be requesting a 2-week adjournment of the PCC as I was just appointed, and there's some police video and police reports I'd like to review with my client prior to proceeding.
Without objection, July 11th, 2024, 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a great day.
You do the same. Bond continue. Court calls the case, People versus Thomas Hornberger.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Robert Ellman with and on behalf of Mr. Hornberger, who's approaching.
Now that you're here, it is a good afternoon, Mr. Ellman.
Oh, thank you for saying that, Your Honor.
Right.
Honored.
Your name?
Thomas Hornberger.
Thank you. All right. What are we doing?
Your Honor, I was recently appointed to this matter. I believe I've received all discovery. There is some video footage, though, that I need some time to review and then review with my client before proceeding. So I'd just be asking for a short adjournment.
Without objection, July 11th, 2024, 9 a.m. or as your invite indicates.
Thank you, Your Honor.
On continue. Thank you. Close case, People versus Yusuf Cyrus.
We're just asking for a final 3-week adjournment in this matter. Mr. Cyrus is starting some counseling. I would like to be able to get something to the prosecutor for her consideration.
3 weeks would be enough, or?
I believe so, yes, Your Honor. He has already started the counseling, just to be clear.
Okay, there. Probable cause conference, July 18th, 2024.
Thank you.
9 a.m. Bond will continue.
Thank you.
All right, thanks. People versus Forbes Dabney.
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of Mr. Dabney.
About him with his advancing age and the heat, but bench warrant will issue, bond to be set in amount of 10,000 on the cash surety. That warrant will issue immediately.
I'll get in touch with the court if I find out anything.
Thank you. Call the case, People versus Rosemary Harrell.
On behalf of Rosemary Harrell, please state your name for the record.
Rosemary Harrell.
Your Honor, we are looking into a referral for mental health court that my client needs to sign currently. It's in here.
How much time do you think? You need?
3 to 4 weeks, please.
During the matter then until July 18, 2024, 9 a.m. Bond broken. Let's call the case, People versus Mario Delgado.
Andrew Childers, attorney on behalf
The public defender Natalie Pate with and on behalf of Mr. Delgado, who stands to my right, please state your name for the record, sir.
Mario Delgado.
Thank you, Your Honor. We are respectfully requesting a very brief adjournment in this matter to further review the discovery and for further plea negotiations.
That objection, July 18th, 2024, 9 a.m. Bond continues.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Case, People versus Bruce Dinkin. Bruce Dinkins?
Yes.
All right, I
Yes.
got you. This is Ms. Sobskis.
We're ready in this matter, Your Honor. Ron Brown, Deputy Chief Public Defender, appearing with and on behalf of Mr. Dinkins.
All right. What are we doing in this?
Your Honor, there has been an offer that was extended this morning. We want to adjourn this matter so we'll have a chance to speak with Mr. Dinkins, make sure he understands the offer and the potential ramifications. So we'd ask for a 2-week adjournment. Well, 2 weeks in. Should go with 3 weeks.
I have no objection.
Probable cause conference will be adjourned July 18, 2024, 9 a.m. Bond continues.
That's because of the holiday.
Call the court calls the case, People versus Aaron Hayes.
State your name for the record, Aaron. Your Honor, it's the date and time set for a probable cause conference. This time, my client wishes to waive his right to a preliminary examination of the matter bound over to circuit court.
Is that correct, sir? Well, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You understand that a preliminary examination is a proceeding where the people have to show by probable cause that the offenses alleged were committed and that you committed them. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
And you understand you will not have that hearing and that you'll proceed to circuit court for further resolution. People also waive their right. Preliminary examination having been waived, defendant is bound over to circuit court on both counts.
I'll acknowledge receipt of the information, waive its formal reading. My client stands mute.
Defendant and waive formal reading, standing mute. Court will enter not guilty plea. Pretrial will be set for
July 8th at 1:30 before Judge Slay Monday.
July 8th, 2024, 9 a.m. before Slay Monday. Bond will continue. Court calls the case, People versus Brittany East.
Andrew Childers.
Hello. Yes, Your Honor.
Kenneth Overwater, Assistant Public Defender on behalf of Ms. East.
East, do you have a camera?
Yes.
Oh, there you are. All right, what are we doing?
Your Honor, I asked to adjourn this probable cause conference. I did receive an offer from Mr. Childers. I've not had an opportunity to discuss it with Ms. East. I do expect we'll resolve this matter. I think 2 weeks would be sufficient.
July 18, 2024, 9 a.m. Bond continued.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Calls the case, People versus Drayvon Goodlow.
Public Defender Natalie Pate with and on behalf of Mr. Goodlow, who is present via Zoom. Can you please state your name for the record, sir?
Drayvon Goodlow.
What are we doing?
Thank you, Your Honor. We're respectfully requesting a very brief adjournment in this matter so I can further discuss this with my client.
Andrew Childers, attorney on behalf of People, no objection.
Probable cause conference, July 11, 2024, 9 a.m. Bond continued.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court calls case of the People versus Elizabeth Hill.
Morning again, Your Honor. Andrew Meyer on behalf of Elizabeth Hill, who's approaching the podium. Phil, could you state your name for the record?
Elizabeth Hill.
Thank you. Your Honor, this is time and date set for probable cause conference in both of these cases. Our office has identified a conflict in one of the cases. I don't know that a new attorney has been assigned yet. So I am gonna.
When was it? Why am I here now? On which case? Please?
It was.
She's not leaving here without a name. Get it taken care of.
Okay.
Now.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
Court calls the case, People versus Jeffrey Gibbs.
Assistant Public Defender, let me stop on behalf of Mr. Gibbs. State your name for the record, Mr. Gibbs.
Jeffrey Gibbs.
Your Honor, I would be asking for a brief adjournment to go over video with the client. I am still missing one piece of media, but I did inform the prosecutor's office.
You want the 2nd or the 11th, counsel? He's in custody.
The second.
Second.
Yes, Your Honor.
Probable cause conference, July 2nd, 2024 at, am I setting them at 9? 9 a.m.
Thank you.
Continue. Thank you. Court recalls the cases of People versus Michael Horn.
Good morning, may it please this honorable court, Kareem Johnson, appearing on Mr. Horn on both cases.
Your name, sir?
Michael Horn.
All right, what are we doing?
Your Honor, we're asking the court for an exam on both matters.
Discovery complete?
Yes, Your Honor.
People have their witnesses available on the 2nd. Preliminary examination in person, July 2nd, 2024, 9 a.m. before Judge Washington on both matters. Bond will continue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Case, People versus Elizabeth Hill.
Edward Drukas on behalf of Elizabeth Hill in the matter ending in 1172.
I'll sign the order allowing withdrawal in that case. All right.
Runner. And Andrew Meyer on behalf of Elizabeth Hill in the other matter. Ms. Hill, could you state your name for the record?
Elizabeth Hill.
All right, what are we doing?
There's time and date set for probable cause conference in both matters. I'm asking for an adjournment because I believe there's some outstanding discovery in our case. And I believe Mr. Drukas is also asking since he was just appointed.
Yep, I'm asking for an adjournment. I did just get the discovery sent over. I'll got her contact information. I'll go over that with her.
July 11th, 2024, 9 a.m. Bond continue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Agility for a man of my age.
Go ahead.
Call it how you see it.
Thank you. Your Honor, the last time we were here, we adjourned for a supplemental police interview that we believed would be completed by the time, but it hasn't been completed by this time. So we're asking for the court to adjourn one more time. What Ms. Willenbring and I agreed to is if it doesn't happen, then it won't happen. And we're just going to set the matter for exam, but we are hopeful that that will occur by the adjourn date.
Okay.
That's correct, Your Honor.
And how much time were we looking to try to give this?
Requesting July 11, if that's all right.
Probable cause conference adjourned July 11th, 2024, 9 a.m. As your invite indicates. Bond continue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Shama.
Your Honor, good afternoon. Joe Simon on behalf of Mr. Shama. Mr. Shama, state your name.
Thanks, Shama.
Thank you.
Your Honor, we're asking an adjournment of the PCC to that
That's so
same
funny.
day of July 11.
Looking at this.
What's that?
He's so tall. And Simon is so short. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, actually,
I was just noticed like.
that does a little differential. Just
Yes.
a small difference.
Just a little different. Go ahead.
But I play 6-5, Your Honor. But anyway,
No, you don't.
Go ahead. Requesting an adjournment of the probable cause conference that same day of July 11. I've made a request of the people for a resolution that Ms. Hughes is going to be speaking to the officer about.
All right. Probable cause conference without objection adjourned to July 11, 2024, 9 a.m. Bond will continue.
Thank
you, sir.
For me, with your mom.
Court does call the case. People versus Aziza Ibrahim.
Good afternoon, Robert Jacob on behalf of Ms. Ibrahim. Aziza, would you state your name for the record?
Aziza Ibrahim.
Judge, says it's time for PCT. In this matter, we're asking the court to set an exam.
Discovery complete.
Yes, Your Honor, as far as I'm concerned.
People have their witnesses available the second.
That's fine.
Preliminary examination in person will be set July 2nd, 2024, 9 a.m. before Judge Perry.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Bond will continue. Thank you. Case of the people versus Andre Johnson.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Alexander Hermanowski with and on behalf, Andre Johnson.
All right. He's waiving his right to preliminary examination.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is that correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
You understand the preliminary examination is a proceeding where the people would have to show by probable cause that the offense alleged was committed and that you committed it.
Yes, sir.
And you understand that you'll not have that hearing and you'll proceed to circuit court for further resolution.
Yes.
People also waive their right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Preliminary examination having been waived, defendant is bound over to circuit court on the. Mr. Herman.
Not guilty. I'm sorry, can you repeat? Your Honor, I'm sorry, I just don't.
It's a circuit court arraignment that we do like a billion times.
Okay.
Go ahead. You waive formal reading,
yes.
Your client.
Waive formal readings, the charges stand mute at this time.
Defendant having waived formal reading, standing mute, court will enter a not guilty plea. Pretrial will be set for
July 25th at 1:30 before Judge Slate Thursday.
July 25th, 2024, 1:30 Slate Thursday.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Blame the heat.
I don't know what happened, but we got
Bond
it, right?
continues. But you probably had water.
I have.
Yeah, no, it's a lot. Court calls the case, people versus Deshaun Lee.
With and on behalf of Deshaun Leith, who stands to my right, please state your name for the record, sir.
Deshaun Lee.
Thank.
Go
And for
ahead.
the record, Matt Nagel on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Leith has informed me that he has a meeting with a private attorney next Wednesday that he plans on retaining, so we would respect an adjournment for that purpose.
Any objection from the people?
No objection, Your Honor.
I'll grant this adjournment. This is the only adjournment you'll get for this purpose. You understand that,
Yes,
sir?
sir. Yes, sir.
Probable cause conference. Let's go to July 11th, 2024, 9 a.m. Bond continued. Court calls the case, people versus Dewan Holston.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate with and on behalf of Mr. Holston, who is approaching. Please state your name for the record, sir.
Dewan Holston. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. We are requesting one final adjournment in this matter for further plea negotiations and to further discuss this matter with my client.
July 11th, without objection, 2024, 9 a.m. Bond continued.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. That's Zoe. Yeah. She's from the DMV. Court calls the case, people versus Victor Jefferson.
Assistant Public Defender Jay Bellinger on behalf of Mr. Jefferson, who approaches. Mr. Jefferson, can you state your name for the record?
Hello, sir.
Your Honor, we have entered some competency paperwork as well as criminal responsibility for the court's consideration.
Forensic evaluation will be ordered. I'll set a competency hearing for September 19th, 2024.
Thank you, Your Honor.
9 a.m. Bond will continue.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Court calls the case, People versus Andrew Josephson.
And Assistant Public Defender, let me sub on behalf of Mr. Josephson, who is approaching.
Your name, sir?
Andrew Josephson.
Thank you.
Your Honor, we are requesting a 3-week adjournment on this case, so that we can get media discovery and go over that with the client.
Probable cause conference, July 18, 2024, 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Bond. Thank you.